What's up, y'all? Today I am finally teaching y'all how to make my rump roast. So like every Cajun dish I cook, you're gonna need celery, bell peppers, garlic, onions. I'm gonna add some habaneros and jalapeños just for a little extra spice. If you don't want it spicy, you don't gotta add it. You're also gonna need some white vinegar and some cornstarch, all-purpose flour, and last but not least, you're gonna need Kitchen Bouquet. Make sure you can see that. This is what you add at the end to kind of like brown it. It's really good. So definitely don't forget that. I think that's it. Oh, you need olive oil too. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So let's get started. Okay, you're gonna start by chopping up 5 onions, and then you're gonna chop up 2 bell peppers. Then I went in with about 3 to 4 stalks of celery. Then I went with 2 habaneros and 2 jalapeños. Now I am mincing the fresh garlic. I ended up using about 2 whole things of garlic. Yeah, I always like to use fresh garlic. So now that we have all that chopped up, we're gonna start seasoning it. So now I'm using some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Then I'm gonna go in with some Cayenne. I definitely went a little overboard with this Cayenne, so don't put as much as I just did. Now we're going in with some salt. Now some nature seasoning blend. Love this seasoning blend. It goes good on everything. Now I'm going in with some Tony Chachere's more spice. If you got the bold, throw that in too. I just ran out sadly, so. Now we're gonna go in with some paprika, just a little bit of this. And then we're gonna go in with some black pepper. As you can see, I'm definitely just eyeing it. I just measure with my heart, so I don't have actual measurements. Now we're going in with some oregano, and then we're gonna go in with the Italian seasoning blend. You can use any Italian seasoning blend. Okay, now that it is completely seasoned, we're gonna take some olive oil and we're gonna put a tablespoon in the mixture. Now we're gonna grab some white vinegar and we're gonna add a tablespoon as well. So now that the mixture is complete, we are gonna mix it all together. You're gonna wanna mix this really, really well because we are gonna be using it to stuff the roast and obviously marinate it. So I will let you know ahead of time, this is the best smelling marinade that you'll ever smell. I don't know, it just smells so good. But now that we have the marinade complete, we're gonna get our piece of meat out. I got a 3-pound rump roast. As you can see, I just pointed out a big slab of fat you need to trim off. You wanna get this as lean as possible, so you're gonna wanna cut the whole slab off, and then I think the corners had some fat, but that was about it. Definitely should have sharpened my knife before I did this. So now that it is completely lean, we're gonna take some Tony Chachere's and we're gonna rub it on all sides of the roast. Now that we got the roast completely seasoned on all sides, we're gonna take about a 2-inch knife. Make sure it's really sharp. So you're gonna stab it in, and then you're gonna stick your finger in there and kind of make it a little bigger. And then you're gonna want these holes to be about 1 inch apart. Yeah, your fingers are definitely gonna hurt after doing this. It took me, I think, about like 10 minutes to cut all the holes. But you want the holes big enough because you're gonna be stuffing the mixture we just made into the holes. So yeah. So now that we have all the slits cut in the roast, we're gonna take the pot that we're gonna cook the roast in and place it inside. Then we're gonna take our marinade mixture and pour it on top. We're gonna find one of the slits and then slowly start stuffing the mixture until it's completely full. I will say this is very, very time consuming. I am pretty sure I spent about 45 minutes stuffing this roast. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it. It makes the roast taste great, but yeah, definitely time consuming. So now that we are getting to the end of stuffing this roast, thank God, you're gonna take the rest of the marinade and you're gonna place it on top. And then you're officially done stuffing the roast. Okay, so now that we have the roast completely stuffed and covered with all the vegetables, we're gonna put the top on it and we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. So you either want to marinate it for 24 hours or 12 hours, however long you can handle waiting. And then we're gonna start cooking it tomorrow. So I will catch you tomorrow and show you how to do the rest. I'll show you how to cook. I'll show you how to, I'm drunk, I'm sorry. I will show you how to finish cooking the roast. Okay. Okay, so it is the next day. I just put the roast on the stove. I put it on medium to low heat. And honestly, you'll probably cook it like that the whole time, because you just want to slowly smother it, so keep the top on too. We'll leave this for 30 to 45 minutes, and then you're gonna flip it. And then you wait 30 to 45 minutes and you flip it again. But I'll show you when I flip it, so you kind of see when you flip it yourself. But yeah, I'll make sure to update you throughout. But yeah, see you when I flip it. So it's been about 45 minutes and I am flipping the roast for the first time. It is definitely a little difficult. But once you flip it, you're gonna wanna take the extra, I guess, marinade and place it on top and kind of scrape the bottom of the pot as well. And then once you're done with that, you're gonna wanna put the top back on and then wait another 30 to 45 minutes, which is what I did. And so this is the second time of me flipping it. This time I definitely had to scrape the bottom a little bit more because it was definitely kind of sticking a little bit. So make sure you're scrubbing it every time. And then this is the third time of me flipping the roast. This time I actually had to add a little bit of water to help me scrape the bottom of the pot. So if you need to, you can always add water, it helps. So flipping it, covering it with the marinade, and then putting the top back on. So I do end up flipping it about 2 to 3 more times, and then I end up adding water to about half of the roast, and I bring it to a boil. This mixture I'm adding in is a teaspoon of cornstarch and all-purpose flour with a little bit of water. You're gonna wanna mix that in while it's boiling. Now I am flipping it for the last time, and then I'm kind of scraping the bottom. I'm now gonna put a teaspoon of Kitchen Bouquet in. This is gonna help brown it and caramelize the roast. You're gonna mix that in really well, and so I'm gonna let it boil for 15 minutes, and then I am gonna put it on simmer. So I just realized that I did not finish this video. It was Thanksgiving when I recorded this, so I was kind of in a rush and hectic. We're going to a friend's house, so yeah, I kind of forgot to finish it. But after I let it boil for 15 minutes to boil through the mixture that I just put in it, I let it simmer, and then we ended up taking it to our friend's house, and I put it back on the stove and let it simmer. And honestly, I let it simmer for like 2 to 3 more hours because we were just waiting to eat. And by the time we ate, I literally stuck a wooden spoon in there and it just shredded. It was so good. It was spicy though. I know I added way too much cayenne. So go lighter on the cayenne. And I think I shouldn't have put 2 jalapeños and 2 habaneros. I should have only put 1 of each because when I say it was spicy, like my mouth was on fire. I had people saying, someone said, I like spicy food, but this is a lot. Yeah, I kind of fucked that one up. Usually I don't make it that spicy, but it was still really good. It was just, you know, bone in your mouth. But also it was a little salty, so I think don't add any salt until the end, because there's so much salt in like the Tony Chachere's, the Nature Seasons blend, that like I think I overdid it on the salt. So don't add salt at all until the end, because you can always add it at the end. Just try it. If it needs to be more, if it needs to be saltier, add salt. But other than that, it was really good. It was gone. We had no leftovers. I was a little sad because I love eating like a roast sandwich the next day, but it's okay. Next time I'm making 2 roasts. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. Hopefully you make it. But yeah.